Welcome on in to the podcast, everyone. I am the assassin of the slave mind, the executioner, and if you don't know, now you know. And off here to my left is my esteemed co-host, Violent Sal, with the silent B, Mr. Salvador Sanchez.
Hey, executioner, and hey, everybody. You're listening to another episode of Good Times. That's right, the Good Times podcast, the best podcast served alongside a glass of Kool-Aid.
Ooh, what kind of Kool-Aid?
Honestly, you know what's been my Kool-Aid right now?
What is it?
Tropical Punch.
Tropical Punch.
Hell
Ooh,
yeah.
That one's really good.
That's the blue one.
Cherry's always the go-to for me, though.
Absolutely. But you know what's a very underrated Kool-Aid?
What?
Grape.
Grape is...
I know a lot of people don't like grape-flavored shit, but
yeah.
I like my shit flavored.
With grapes.
I want that grape shit, baby.
Hell yeah. Well, grapes are fucking fire, first and foremost.
Yeah.
On top of that, grape Kool-Aid.
But you know why? I think people don't like the grape Kool-Aid because it reminds them of like the grape-flavored medicine, the cough syrup and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, that's dog shit right there. That's not good grape. But good grape is Kool-Aid, regular grape, Flintstone gummies, and like lifesavers.
Yeah, I can see that. But even at the same time, somebody will also probably say the same thing about cherry. It tastes like medicine.
Tastes like a cough drop.
Tastes like a
Hey, now let me tell you, cough drops are fucking good.
Cough drops are fire.
Yeah.
Like, come on now. Like, has there not been a point in your life where you've taken cough drops for no reason?
Absolutely.
And why not?
Right?
They're fucking good. Halls?
Hey, have you ever coughed while you had a cough drop? Nope.
No.
See? There you go.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with a cough drop.
There's nothing wrong with the cough drop. So thank you, Halls. Whoever you are, walking down the halls and to the left, thank you for your cough drops.
When you're walking down the hall and you hear something fall, diarrhea.
Diarrhea. When you're walking up a ladder and you hear something splatter, diarrhea. So don't forget.
When you're swimming in the pool and you feel something cool, diarrhea.
What a way to kick off the show talking about diarrhea-flavored Kool-Aid.
That's right. Yeah.
But I wanted to talk about, so here's the thing. We just went through the whole thing with
the coronavirus and COVID-19
and all this other bullshit, right? We're going to get deleted off YouTube for just me saying COVID-19, but it's all good. Here's the thing. Kids. All right, obviously we talk about kids, and kids have been going through, like, growing up. They grew up, like, literally quarantined at one point. So they're coming out the other side, and they're like, all this other stuff. But here's the thing. Kids make me laugh. Kids talk about how they want to be superheroes and that they're going to save the world, right?
Sure.
But in the same instance, you could tell them to wash their hands, and they'll absolutely throw a bitch fit. Like, bruh, how are you going to save the world if you can't even wash your damn hands?
Yeah, can you imagine the Hulk after fucking destroying half of New York? Hell, Hulk, go wash your hands before you eat. Yeah, it doesn't work. It don't work that way.
It just always makes me laugh because they always like, all right, here's the thing. Like, we're obviously with kids, we're supposed to keep like the imagination up and all this other stuff. They're like, I want to be Spider-Man. It's like, bitch, you don't even wash your ass. What you mean you want to be Spider-Man? Like, that makes no sense to me. Like, at what point do you become Spider-Man without washing your ass?
Yeah. Damn, that's a good one. Yeah. Because I'm over here just thinking, like, man, Spider-Man actually has to take shits, but how does he get out of his fucking singlet? Right?
Maybe the nanobots go into his body and just absorb all the shit that's in there. Like,
okay, so modern Spider-Man, that works. But what about, like, 2002 Spider-Man? You know, because, I mean, if he's got a zipper, fuck, that's going to take a while. Then you got to get your fucking arms and your feet out or something.
Right.
Or what if you had to take a shit right in the middle of fighting? Yeah, he's fighting fucking Green Goblin, and he's like, Spider-Man, prepare to die. And then fucking Spider-Man over here like, I gotta take a shit. You know what happens?
Pause, Green. Pause, Goblin. Pause. I'll be right back.
Or what about like all the superheroes that have like armor? Like not just a suit, but armor.
Exactly.
You're like, that shit's gotta take forever.
Exactly. So think about somebody like maybe Iron Man. Iron Man has to have like one of those like the girl that's in there that's in his head that's all like I don't know, he's probably saying something like need to take a shit, and she's all all right, there you go.
And see, like Captain America, at least he's got pants.
Pants. Yeah.
You know, he can just take that shit off.
Shit.
So he can at least, pop a squat and there you go.
Just
okay.
Let it go.
However, Black Widow, she's got a
Oh.
one-piece fucking leather suit, right?
All the way.
Now, how does she go?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's a good question. Like, she's going to have to wait.
Superman, he's got pants and then 20s over the pants.
Exactly. So she has to double wait.
Dude, imagine how violent Superman's shits are.
Oh, no way.
Just his breath is like fucking hurricanes and, ice and shit, right? So when he takes a dump, what's that doing?
Oh, man, it's dropping hard.
It's like the hell of gravity. Like,
that's Thor's hammer right there.
Yeah.
That's what they mean, Thor's hammer.
Exactly, man.
When he drops the hammer, he can't take a shit at anybody else's house. He has to go back to his house every time.
What if Thor had a dog? What if Thor had a dog?
Oh, what?
And the dog takes shits outside, and Thor's like, "Hey, while I'm gone, can you watch my dog?" And he shits a lot outside.
Yeah.
So the person's like, "Okay, yeah, don't worry about it. I'll watch the dog and I'll pick him up." So then, what if the person goes over to Thor's house that day, and the dog took a bunch of shits, right? Only Thor is worthy enough to pick up the shits. The guy can't pick them up, just like his hammer.
Oh.
Right? Does it work that way? Because is the dog only worthy to be Thor's dog, but only Thor is worthy to pick up the dog's shit? Does it work that way?
I have no idea, but I can honestly see like the gardener going over. God damn it, that shit again, and pinche cabrón, and then he goes and he grabs a shovel and he says, "Pink, pink, what the fuck is going on?"
Yeah, and he's just trying to lift it, and then guess what? He takes a shit.
What? And then the other gardener has to come and pick up his shit, but he can't. Because only that gardener can pick up his own shit.
Yeah, that gardener is only worthy to pick up his own shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then it becomes a line of a human centipede of shit picker-upper.
Yeah.
Bounty.
All this off of superheroes.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus. I'm tired of superheroes, honestly, man. Like, there's just too much superheroes now.
Way too many.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, the Marvel stuff is cool and all. But now they have TV shows, like, where you have to watch everything.
Right.
And, dude, a lot of those shows on Disney Plus are dog shit. Like, I'm serious, man.
We're
like,
back to dog shit.
Yeah. There's the theme for this episode. See, like, what was it? A couple episodes ago, it was just come
everywhere.
Now this one, dog shit.
Dog shit everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, all the shows, like, they suck. Like, at least most of them do. Like, there were a couple that were okay. But now there's just 800 movies, and they're introducing a new character every show and every movie, along with the ones that we already have. And it's getting too much, man.
Way
like,
too much.
It's burnout.
Oversaturation.
Yeah. Like, I'm getting burned out on all this shit. Because I'm like, where do I have the time, first of all, to watch all this shit?
Mm-hmm.
And then how am I supposed to remember what happened like 6 movies ago? Like, oh, dude, that was the fucking thing from that other fucking movie with the thing and the thing. And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Right. I agree. And honestly, like, when it comes down to it, like, I'm not going to watch any of these fucking shows. Let's be completely honest. Like, I already dislike superheroes quite a bit, but yeah, I'm not going to watch any of this shit. But then you got a guy like David. He works at the Hub. He watches everything superheroes. Mm-hmm. So he's there. Oh, you remember? Oh, but you don't get it because when Paperman comes out, and then
Paperman,
and then Rockman, he's over here, and then back when it was a Stapler guy, the Stapler guy, he in that show, he made sure to staple all of them, so it showed up in Paperman. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm just like, I don't understand it.
And the villain is Scissor Man.
Scissor Me Timber.
And he just goes around scissoring everybody. Like the past few shows, dude, I didn't even watch. Like Miss Marvel, didn't care.
Jeez.
This other one, it's She-Hulk. Watched the first 2 episodes.
Oh no.
Nothing. I'm not even kidding you, dude. Nothing fucking happens. They show the Hulk in the first one, like
really?
The real Hulk, right? With her, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna be kind of gone for a while." He's on a spaceship going to fucking space somewhere on some other, some other planet.
Yeah.
And then for the next like 2 episodes, nothing happens. Like there's no villain, nothing. And I'm like, why are we watching this? Why is this even on? And then the other one, it's like some 12-year-old girl or some shit like that, and she's some Indian bitch that's getting like, like told by her parents, you can't go and do anything. You're not a superhero. You need to be like, all the other Indian bitches over here. And
fucking Rampart.
Yeah, it's just a whole bunch of bullshit and dog shit. And,
oh my god, more dog shit.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
I don't understand the infatuation with. But I mean, at the same time, I do understand the infatuation with superheroes. But now that it's all Disney and stuff like that, yeah, Disney is just gonna oversaturate the market with this shit. They're gonna make as much money as possible.
Yeah.
And people are going to buy it.
Well, you know what?
Especially you mask wearers.
Are you a collector of anything?
Cum.
You're a cum collector? That's fucking gross.
I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to go back to episode 1. But am I a collector of anything? That's a good question.
Like anything at all. Like not just, because I mean, everybody's like, well, I collect music. It's like, no, okay. You fucking listen to music. Shut up. Or,
I'm a music enthusiast.
Yeah.
I honestly, now that I think about it,
like anything you display, like nothing like that at all.
I guess just the belts that I've won.
Okay.
Fantasy football. That's as close as I can get.
But that's only 2 though.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
These fucking superhero dudes have all those Funko Pops, which I don't understand at all.
Oh my gosh, Funkos.
It's just a bobblehead that doesn't bobble. That's all it is.
That's true.
That's all it is.
It definitely does not bobble.
No. So they have all the Funko shit.
Mm-hmm.
They have fucking helmets and gauntlets and shits of the whatever the superhero wears, right?
Right.
And then they have all the posters, and then I get the super mega special edition Blu-ray DVD combo pack with the fucking 4-hour behind the scenes special and shit.
Yeah.
And then just all this stuff, dude. And then on top of that, they go to like the conventions. And then, I'm cosplaying. I'm Earth 96142 Spider-Man. The one where he's a black guy, but he's not the same black guy as Miles Morales. He's a different black guy who got bit by Blade, who's now a vampire. It's like, what are you talking about?
And then here comes Scissor Me Timber coming in, scissoring
Give
everybody.
me rock, paper, scissor, man. It's like, Jesus Christ. I'll take that over all your other extended universe bullshit.
Oh, my God. Well, I guess I can't be like all that mad about people understanding the history about a lot of that because I mean, there's plenty of history that we know about certain things. Like I might not be a collector, but I am very, very in tune with fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony, like one of their biggest fans, and I know quite a bit about their older stuff. And honestly, if there was like a Comic-Con for Bone Thugs, I probably would show up. I'd be like, oh, I'm busy. I'm BB Gambini from Heaven's Movie in 19 blah blah blah, like or whenever the fuck it came out.
Yeah,
I wouldn't do that, but at the same time, I do understand that there's probably people like that.
I think my complaint, I guess, is just fandom overall. First of all, when did the word stan become a thing? Like, he's a stan for Marvel.
Yeah.
What the fuck does a stan mean?
I don't know. What happened to good old fanboy?
FAN, yeah.
BOY. Fanboy.
CUM.
No.
Yeah, okay, so where did that come from? But second of all, I think just fandom in general is just getting way too crazy. Because you have all these things like Marvel, Star Wars, and don't get me wrong, I am a enormous Star Wars fan. Mm-hmm. But I don't have a fucking TIE fighter hanging from my ceiling in my living room or, a goddamn Death Star in my fucking bathroom or anything, right? I don't even have, like, anything Star Wars in my house. Other than like 2 DVDs that I had when DVDs were actually a thing.
Yeah.
Us in wrestling. Like, do we have a bunch of just wrestling shit? Other than like, things we've gathered here and there.
Right.
But like, when was the last time we were like, oh dude, that new fucking Hulk Hogan action figure's coming out, man. We gotta have that thing.
We gotta get it.
Yeah.
I think at this point, the only person that we know that does that is probably Long Leg Daddy-O.
Yeah, but he's actually playing with the toys, He's playing with his kids.
No, I agree. But and it wasn't like to like call him out or anything. It was just it's just more of like one of those things where it's like he like the whole Batista one from earlier this year when he was like he went to Target and he found like this special edition Batista and he took it to the front and they scanned it. They're like, oh, this isn't supposed to be out till like September. So she's like, sorry, I can't sell it to you. And he's like, what the fuck? Like, what do you mean you can't sell it to me? So he was like, you know what? That's fine. So he goes back to where he was, right? And he grabs another one that was there, He goes and throws it in another box, pays a couple bucks for it, peace out, and at the same time, like, how does he know about this Batista? Like, he was like, he knew, he was like, you know what, this Batista's not supposed to come out till later on this year. And I'm just like, how do you know that?
Yeah, exactly. No, and I wasn't calling him out at all. I'm just saying that he's buying the toys.
Yeah.
And he's actually opening the box, and he's playing with them with his kids, and they play with them all the time. As opposed to just setting them on a shelf in the corner, collecting dust, and then every so often taking a picture and putting it on Instagram and being, oh, my collection just got bigger.
Yeah.
Or fucking, I got a new shelf with lights, and, they fucking rotate and spin and shit, if I want to. Who gives a fuck, dude?
No, I absolutely agree, because then you bring people over and you're like, this is the page 35 of special edition 24 of Spider-Man, the magazine. This is the one that he was. And I'm just like, who fucking cares?
I have all of these superheroes standing in the same order that they were standing in on the cover of the Avengers Secret Wars *9.
I feel so bad.
They didn't make that version of Black Panther, but I custom painted it myself. Dude,
I feel so bad, because there's probably a couple people out there listening. They're just like dying off their ass looking over at their fucking coin collection or something. What a bunch of losers. Who does that? Oh shit.
Yeah, they're over here flipping their page or with all their collectible stamps and shit. Idiot. Yeah. They put another one in there.
So I looked up Stan, where it comes from and stuff like that. So the term Stan comes from a song, okay, the Eminem song, Stan.
Okay.
That's where this all started. The track tells the story of an obsessed fan named Stan who writes the rapper multiple letters. Eventually, Stan's obsession spirals out of control. He becomes violent, and he jumps off a cliff. I added that
with his wife in the car, or in the trunk.
Yeah, in the trunk. I added that last part, by the way, and you did too. But some suspect Eminem named the character Stan because it was a combination of the words stalker and fan. Several years later, after the song's release, the term was picked up by early internet forums to refer to ardent fans. Since then, it's evolved into a catch-all term for self-identified online fans of all types of media personalities and artists. It's used on all social networking sites, but especially Twitter. So I guess it just means stalker fan.
Okay, and so does that mean all these Marvel dudes are about to jump off a cliff too? If fucking, Black Panther, the new Black Panther turns out to be a white guy.
Wondering why.
Yeah, and then okay.
Also, just to clarify this, I found this on howtogeek.com.
Remember when being a geek was actually a thing?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're a geek. You know, you watch fucking Toonami when you get home.
Toonami.
You watch Toonami when you get home. You play on your computer, and you're fucking smart as fuck, right?
Yeah.
Now apparently everybody's a geek.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what's weird? Okay, so
I get called a nerd sometimes, honestly, and I know that I have nerd qualities. Like I could do plenty of stuff on the computer and all that other bullshit. I know a lot about technology.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not an old school nerd.
And that's what I was getting towards. Like, everybody can be considered a nerd now.
Sure.
Because everybody has some form of technology.
Right.
And, that's what it's all about. Because back then, it was like,
about.
Back then, it's like, all you do is fucking play games and go on your computer and blah, blah, blah. Okay, but now, what does everybody do? Play games, go on your computer, and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so what I thought is weird is that scrolling through TikTok or Instagram or whatever, there's these girls that'll put up videos, right?
Okay.
And it's like, and dude, they're the same age as us, okay? And I just wish I could have the perfect boyfriend or whatever, or find the perfect boyfriend.
Oh god.
I'm into video games and anime, and I like to cosplay. And they say the same things every time, every single one of them.
Right.
So, that's what I was thinking is that, all in their bios, for, Tinder or Grindr to Finder and shit like that?
Grindr to Finder?
Is it when you meet up with the girl, what are you into? oh, I like Marvel. I like video games. I like anime.
Yeah.
It's the same thing now.
Everybody does.
Like, what is so special about that?
There really isn't.
If anything, I'm special.
Yeah.
Because I barely play video games. I don't give a shit about anime.
Nobody gives a shit about Bigfoot.
I'm getting tired of goddamn Marvel.
Yeah, exactly.
So if anything, like, if you're against all that, you're fucking more special than the people that are just sucked off right into this stuff.
Sucked off right into this. I mean, I definitely agree. We've actually gotten to the point where a lot of the old nerd stuff is what everybody does now. And it seems to be like, I don't know, like, yeah, it's definitely in the majority now. That's definitely majority of everything. Now it's kind of like, you're kind of go back to the, like, where everything is kind of switched. Remember on 21 Jump Street when they first go to high school? And then it's like, all the jocks aren't even that cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people who play sports. Sports are so fascist, you know what I mean? Like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you got like the, he was like naming off everybody as they were walking by. He's like, we got the emos, we got the jocks. I don't know what the fuck those things are.
Honestly, you could probably walk down the halls of high school right now and probably find a lot of, I don't know what the fuck those are.
Oh man, a lot of furries. I mean, what?
Yeah.
Anyways.
That was the original, like, weird shit back then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, the fucking My Little Pony guys and shit like that.
Oh, dude. And honestly,
I remember
let's be completely honest. All right, that started what? Like 20 years ago?
30.
30 years ago?
More than that, probably.
Okay. And it's still fucking weird.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's not fucking normal.
No, it's not.
And you could be out there like, oh, well, you're not. You're just talking about like, oh, gender appropriation. Blah, blah. I don't give a fuck. Let's be completely honest. Furries? You want to be a fucking cat? You want to live in a fucking box of sand and shit in the box of sand and live in it?
And then invite your friends over to do the same thing.
And then invite your friends over to have cat food.
Yeah.
And that's fucking normal.
Guys, we're not going to have real cat food this time. Somebody got sick last time. We're just going to have tuna.
It just doesn't make any sense to me. And honestly, it always just...
Either that or it's like, oh, Albert can't have Friskies. Okay, so he's gonna have Meow Mix.
Meow Mix? Oh, my God. And they just turn on and they just go to watch stuff on YouTube and stuff like that. And it's like just cat videos. Oh.
Dude, it's like the one where like the fish is going across the screen and they're all like over here all... hitting the screen, trying to get it and shit.
No, but then there's videos like that, and there's people that are like, wow, like, how could they make cats look so stupid? Like, we're not stupid. We are not stupid furries. Like, look at the way that they're making these cats. They're definitely racist. Like, these people are racist. You know what I mean? Like, making cats look bad. Like, they're racist.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not racist. It's speciesist.
Speciesist?
Yeah.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah. Joaquin Phoenix.
I'm done. I'm out.
The Joker.
Where's that bullet that shot you this past week? And where's that thing at? I want to let it shoot me. The one from North Korea or South Korea.
South Korea. Oh, yeah. But anyway, I was going to say Joaquin Phoenix, the Joker, formerly the Caesar of Rome from Gladiator.
Okay.
He put up this thing a while back where he's holding a fucking chicken. And he's holding a chicken in his hand. An alive chicken, by the way.
A live chicken.
And he's like basically calling for like, we shouldn't be eating meat, and he said we should end speciesism. So we shouldn't be eating other species.
Oh.
So yeah, I guess it's a thing apparently, but it's like, hey, we've been eating these fucking chickens forever, all right? And they taste really good, and I'm not going to stop.
And I'm not going to stop.
I'm sorry. And then along that too, cows taste really good.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if they're farting and ruining the planet. I'm going to be dead long before anything happens to the planet anyway, so I don't give a shit. Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, we could definitely get into all about the eating of meat and stuff like that. We can totally get into that. But that's like a whole fucking
That's a long
thing.
one. Yeah.
That is a whole fucking thing. And all I got to say is, fuck you, I'm going to eat chicken.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'm going to eat meat. So beat by beat, and suck it good.
Yeah. I'm not eating bugs. I'm sorry.
Bugs.
I'm not eating bugs because bugs equal drugs.
Bugs equal drugs? Oh, no, not bugs and drugs.
Well, if you see bugs, then you might be on drugs. How about that?
I like it.
Yeah.
And now, a skit from the Good Times podcast.
Have you ever had a date over at your place and you need to take a poo? Isn't it embarrassing when you sit down and they can hear the sounds of your butt exploding? Well, let us introduce you to the Soundproof Toilet.
Hi, I'm Almanac Jack here with the Soundproof Toilet. This toilet will silence any fart, any diarrhea, any sort of loud noise from your butt. The Soundproof Toilet has patented technology to make sure that all of the sound leaving your ass never leaves the bathroom. The Soundproof Toilet has the same concept as putting a silencer on a gun. Here's what a regular toilet would sound like after some Taco Bell. Now let's hear that same destruction with the Soundproof Toilet. Wow, that's amazing! Embarrassment-free pooping has never been more accessible. Get yourself a Soundproof Toilet today. Here's how to order.
Get yourself a Soundproof Toilet for just 6 easy payments of $99.99, and you can have a Soundproof Toilet delivered to your door. And for another 3 easy payments of $69.69, we'll install it for you. Go to soundprooftoilet.com and order yours today.
So, as you know, my wife is over in South Korea.
Right.
And she's been away for quite a while.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I've had a lot of free time on my hands.
Yeah.
So, X videos has been pretty good lately. And I got to thinking that porn movies are the only movies that can end the same way every single time and they still work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
True.
Like, you know exactly what's going to happen in that porn movie.
Yep.
It's either going to be, it starts off like in, hey, and then it goes into foreplay, and then position 1, 2, 3, 4, and then money shot.
Money shot.
Every single time.
Every single time.
It might do a hot start where the next fucking scene, no foreplay. It's just position 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
Money shot.
Money shot.
And that's it. You can't do that with fucking, I don't know, an action movie.
Sure.
Because, I mean, granted, a lot of action movies are kind of the same. They reveal the bad guy. Bad guy and the hero meet for the first time. The bad guy wins. Good guy has to rethink his plan. He goes off, fights the bad guy, and then he wins.
Yep.
Okay? That's usually the way it happens. However, it's different ways of doing that.
Exactly.
However, for a porno, it's just position 1, 2, 3, 4, money shot. Every single time. And it never changes.
It really doesn't ever change. And the only time it ever changes is here's the thing. Is the motherfucking shortened previews.
The one where like they have like position 1, 2, 3, 4, but it's like 4-second clips of each of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the word. Either that or when it goes like it shows like the whole like first 20 minutes of them building up the whole thing before they even get in bed. And I'm like, you know what? Today I'm feeling it. I'm feeling like I'm going to watch this whole 20 minutes of them getting into it. Help me build up while they build up.
Yeah.
So then I'm watching the whole 20 minutes and they're about to finally do it. And then it just cuts off right there.
Yeah.
Subscribe to blah, blah, blah. Like, go to this fucking way. I'm like, God damn it, my nut is gone. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I'm done.
Or
then you have to find, then after that, you have to find like a quick video where they're already fucking.
Yes.
Like in the middle of the fucking video, like the first 3 seconds, they're already doing it. Like, all right, this is good enough. Here we go.
Dude, okay, so the worst part is like where, have you ever like found a scene and it's like fucking an hour and something minutes long? And you're like, there's no way I'm going to watch like an hour and 20 minutes of this shit, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So then you happen to find clips of it here and there. But then the clip of it is maybe only like 2 minutes, right?
Sure.
So you're watching that clip and you're like, oh, that shit looks hella good right there.
Uh-huh.
But then it cuts away real quick
Yeah.
and it goes to the other one. And then you're like, I have no idea where that timestamp is in the hour and 20 minute one. And I'm not going to sit there and look.
Oh, man.
Like, I'm going to be fucking just, after that, you're going to have your dick in your hand. And you're just going to be like, I give up.
I don't know
Just
what
put
else
it
to do.
away.
What do I do now? What do you do at that point?
I don't know.
And here's
just call it quits.
Yeah. Now I have to ask though, have you got to the point where you just started looking up random shit, or have you got to the point where like you just don't know what to look up anymore?
No, you know what I have been doing though.
Oh no,
dude, I've been doing throwbacks.
What?
And I'm not talking about like 80s or 90s throwbacks. I'm talking about like stuff that got you through high school.
Oh,
yeah,
wow,
like oldies but goodies, dude.
Oldies but goodies.
Yeah, there's been some good ones,
man.
Do you remember any of the actresses that you liked back in the day?
You know what's funny? I didn't actually start paying attention to actresses' names until like the past like 6 years.
Really?
Growing up, I never did. It was just random videos here and there, blah blah blah, and that was it. Never.
I was picky.
Really?
I was picky back then.
I don't remember
because I went through phases.
Oh god.
Like not like weird phases, just like, oh, this girl's pretty bomb.
Yeah.
Watch a couple of her videos, and then you just happen to see like, you know, the suggestions underneath, or like when you open up a new site, it's always like the featured, you know, top 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
You see a girl on there that looks pretty good. You're like, oh shit, I'll check that out. And then, oh hey, she's pretty good. Fucking you watching the rest of her videos.
Oh,
so yeah, it's not like I wasn't like you where I was just like, okay, yeah, boom, next one, boom,
next one.
Yeah. No, I was like, I'll get into her. But back then we didn't have fucking Twitter and, you know, Instagram and shit like that. So like I can see like why people were so into like the actresses now.
Yeah.
Because after they watch their scene, they could follow them on Instagram, Twitter, and all that stuff. Sure. But back then, the only time we saw our stars, man, were when they were fucking.
That's so true. I will say, I wasn't picky like in terms of what actresses they were. It was always like for a while, like redheads, or for a while, like
redheads,
Asians,
really,
like, stuff like that. Yeah, because when the first Spider-Man came out with Kirsten Dunst,
Mary Jane,
yeah, Mary Jane, and like I was all in love with her. Like I was all in love.
Well, you got to see her titties in the movie.
Did you? I don't even
remember. When it's raining, it's
that's right.
And he goes upside down and kisses her. Yeah, dude, she's got the high beams on.
Yeah, she does. That's
Hell
awesome. Yeah. I mean, but yeah, that's how it was. Like, I didn't go by names. I don't know if that's. I don't know why everybody. Like, here's the thing, especially when you were growing up, when we did, we grew up like when the internet was first coming up. Mm-hmm. There's no proper way of doing any of this. There's no like guidebook or anything. Like, and we didn't talk about any of this stuff either. We're talking about it now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the time, we didn't talk about any of this. We didn't know any shit about anything.
Can you imagine if we did, though?
Oh,
like, dude,
man.
Like, oh, dude, you got to go to this site and look up this girl. Like,
oh, dude,
man, it would have been so much crazier.
I did hear that one time where I was at these apartments, these random apartments. Like when I was younger, I used to just go walk around everywhere. I could have got swooped up. By the grace of God, I didn't. But I was walking through these apartments and I met this one kid and he was super cool. So I would go by every once in a while to say hi to him. And one time we were walking through these apartments, and in the back you're walking behind an apartment, and on the back window there's like 3 Pokemon cards, and they're all like holographic, like Charizard, Pikachu, and some other stuff. They're dope. They look really nice. Yeah. Probably worth quite a bit now. But there's this one kid named Jason, and he was like definitely like in high school at the time, and I think I was probably like 12 or 13. I think I was like 12 at the time. And this kid was definitely in high school. He was a little bit older. And he goes, yeah, man, you want to see, all you have to do is go to JapaneseAnimation.com. And I'm like, why? And he's like, because then you could see Misty sucking Pikachu's dick.
Dude.
And Pikachu's dick was like 10 inches, bro. And I'm like.
And it's fucking crooked, just like his tail.
And I'm just like, wait, really? Like, because I'm like 11, 12 years old. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Or it was like, yo, dude, there's this video of Marge fucking riding Homer.
And I just remember actually going to JapaneseAnimation.com. There's nothing there. I mean, there probably is now, and I want to look it up. But at the same time,
you better watch out.
Better not cry. Yeah. Better not pout. I'm telling you why.
Yeah, because fucking hentai is coming to your computer. Jesus. No, dude.
Pikachu with a 10-inch dick. Oh.
But yeah, dude. So I've been doing some throwbacks. And then
JapaneseAnimation.com, the premium domain name, JapaneseAnimation.com, is now available for sale.
Let's buy it. Let's do it right now.
That's the new Good Times podcast.
Do you have any porn pet peeves? like things like that you absolutely don't like in a porno. And I'm not talking about like, yeah, dude, he fucking put his fist right up her ass. Like, not stuff like that, but just like watching a regular scene and then you see something and you're like, nope, not doing it.
Damn, that's actually really good. I haven't really thought about that.
For example, here's one of mine.
Go ahead.
I hate it when there's a scene going on, the girl's doing her thing, she's moaning like crazy, but then you hear the dude, like if a dude's fucking louder and crazier than her, absolutely not.
I agree because like you're trying to hear the moans because that's all endorphins right there.
Sure.
You need it to go through your body to really get it going.
You need to go through her body.
Exactly. But you definitely don't want to hear the
yeah. I'm not here to hear a dude, okay?
Yeah, exactly. Like what's going on, my guy? Like
yeah.
Like I know it's good, but what the fuck? Aren't you a professional?
Yeah, but
like,
think about the audience. Goddamn.
Yeah, exactly. He's not thinking about the. I don't know. In terms of pet peeves, I just think like, I think if it's like a little bit, I mean, people are into like a lot of weird stuff.
Sure.
You know what I mean? But I guess if it's like, if it's too shameful, definitely not going that way. If I'm like, oh, okay, like this is going a little, like this is a little too shameful, like, and that includes a lot of things.
I don't need to see a girl pissing all over a dude's face. And,
oh yeah,
you know.
Or it's like doing your mom, literally, like stuff like that. Like what the fuck? Like,
okay,
why would you want to like? Yeah. No.
Okay, so being out of the porn game for a while and then and then going back in, there's a lot of incest shit going on.
There's a lot of incest.
Like,
shit,
what's
bro.
with the whole step bro thing? Like, oh, step bro, like, fucking, can you help me do this? No, I'm not going to help you do that.
I'm going to help you do this.
Yeah, I'll help you do that only if you do this, Like,
right.
What the fuck is up with that?
I just think it's more of like, propaganda. That's the only thing I could think of, honestly, like where they're literally trying to get kids to fuck each other. Like, you know what I mean?
I guess.
That's all I can really think of, honestly. Like, when it comes down to it, like, what the fuck?
I can see them like trying to justify it, where the porn company's like, oh well, the reason we're doing so many step bro and stepmom things is because, well, there's a lot of families that end up splitting up and then they end up getting remarried to some other parents later, and there's a lot of step brothers and stepmoms and stepfathers and shit around the world now, so we thought we'd be closer to reality.
I mean, let's be honest. I mean, there is a lot of relatability there.
Yeah.
So I guess I can understand that, but at the same time, it's like, why are you looking this stuff up?
Yeah.
Why are you jacking off to it?
Uh-huh.
Like, why are you finishing to this stuff? Like, and we're talking like millions of views.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Millions of views. Now, here's the thing. There's probably people that are like, well, they're not actually stepbrother and stepsister.
We know that. Fucking
yeah,
Robert Downey Jr. isn't really Iron Man either, okay?
But he does have a robot suit that sucks the shit out of his ass.
He probably does.
You know what I mean? So, I mean, when it comes down to it, you're just kind of like, what the fuck? Like, I don't get it from that aspect. I understand that people have different fetishes, but I will say this. Fetishes have gotten more and more weird over the years. And on top of that, I feel like they become more and more weird based off literally mental illness.
Yeah.
Like, the more ill you are, ill, bro. Like, the more ill you are, like, the fucking weirder your fetishes are. Like,
absolutely.
There has to be, like, a fetish for, like, guy with one finger or girl with a missing toe. Like, you know what I mean?
There probably is.
There has to be.
There's something for everybody.
Absolutely.
Like the whole
missing a nostril. Something random.
Like the whole feet thing. I don't get that.
I don't get it either.
Like I heard this dude. He's like, yeah, I sold pictures of my feet on Feet Finder.
Feet Finder?
Feet Finder. I guess you put pictures of your feet on there, and it's kind of like OnlyFans but for feet.
What?
Yeah, and I'm like, I've never found a foot sexy in my life. Okay, there's never been a foot that I saw and like, oh, I gotta have that thing touch my dick. Like, there's never been that ever, and I don't get what's the appeal with feet.
So like, I've come across some nice feet in my lifetime. Okay, especially, I mean, only from women. Let's just put that out there. But again, they're nice feet. I don't want them inside of me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh, that foot is so hot. Oh, like, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, it gets you off that much? Like,
I guess so.
You find her till you grind her, I guess.
Okay, so I went to Pornhub.com, right?
Oh god,
just to show you, like, dude, the whole stepmom, stepbro thing.
Sure,
it will probably be within the first like 5 things that we look up.
Okay, shit.
So
start naming them. Here
1, 2, 3. Here we go. Dad almost catches me and my stepmom in our messed up morning routine. 1. Okay, so 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go again. Busty teen stepdaughter bounces her thick ass on stepdaddy's wiener.
What the
It's like, dude,
fuck?
look how many there are just in the top. What's that? 7.
Yeah.
This shit's everywhere. I don't get it.
I don't understand it either. Do you see any other weird ones in there?
Not on the front page, but I've always thought it was hilarious. The porn titles.
Dude.
They're always beautiful brunette gets oiled and fucked. Like, you have to say them funny, too. Sexy, thick black girl takes a pounding from white boy. He got her squirting.
And, dude, the worst part about these videos are the comments. The comments literally bring out the worst fucking deviants of all time.
I agree, dude. And I think it's even funnier when the comments are having nothing to do with the video at all.
Oh my
where it's fucking, you know, six man gangbang, you know, fucking video going crazy, right? All of a sudden you see in the comments it's like, hey guys, my car won't start, and it's got this going on and this going on. Any suggestions? And then there's a long list of comments next to that. Have you tried this? Or like, you know what? I had this same problem with this. And
yeah.
It's just dudes being dudes. They just bros being bros, helping each other out.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. The other thing I had with porn is, have you ever gotten distracted off of something in a porno that totally took you out of the entire scene?
Oh my god. So for a long time it was crosses.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see how that would work.
It's just like some chick getting fucking absolutely derailed. Okay, like a damn train. All right, literally running train, and then you just look up and it's just Jesus Christ, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, I'm done. Like,
and there goes my dick.
And here's the thing, y'all. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, masturbating is like such a, like, to me, it's such a bad thing, and it's such a bad habit. And I work on this shit all the time. Not my dick, but like the.
Well, that too, probably.
Yeah. But at the same time, yeah, let's just be honest. Like, I'm not perfect in any way. Like,
no.
That's how it is.
And if there's anybody out there like, oh, I can't believe that they would do that. I would never do that. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Even if you're a woman listening to this, yeah, right.
Oh,
you know you're down
absolutely.
there flicking the bean. So mine is I remember a long time ago watching this video, and this dude's just fucking destroying this girl from behind, right?
Oh no.
And it's a kind of an up close shot, so it's mostly just showing her ass.
Okay.
So then all of a sudden the camera starts panning out. And while the camera's panning out, you start seeing more of her, and she's got, you know, like some tattoos on her back and shit like that, and then you start seeing her face, whatever. And it starts panning out even more, and then you start seeing the dude's leg, and then you start seeing, you know, like him.
Sure.
All of a sudden, you see on his ribs, going more towards his back, he's got a tattoo of an elephant standing on a ball. Like one of those circus balls, you know?
Are you serious?
Yeah. And I was like,
Oh, well.
I can't watch this anymore. I'm gonna be too busy watching the elephant.
And you're wondering how the whole time throughout the whole thing, from all that movement, how does the elephant stay on the ball?
He's a pro.
He's definitely a pro.
He's a pro.
He's been on there for years.
He probably has.
Fell off.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. Just the distractions in porn, like, they probably happen to everybody, where
absolutely
you see just one thing and it totally takes you out of it. Let us know what your distractions from porn are.
Yeah, seriously. Email us at itsthegoodtimespodcast@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I could be completely wrong. goodtimespodcastgtp@gmail.com.
There it is. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. So anyway, like I was saying, that my wife's over in South Korea,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, we went way off.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyway, so before she comes back, if she comes back,
oh god, those damn Koreans.
I wanted
got her.
I wanted to like get a good clean sweep of the house, right?
Okay.
So I was like, maybe like I'll just set a day where like I have a day off, clean everything, like super deep clean everything. And then I was like, maybe I'll just hire a maid, one of those Molly maids that come and just fucking deep clean the house, right?
Sure.
So then I happened to see an ad for topless maids.
What?
Yeah. And I remember hearing a thing where like Los Angeles has a lot of topless maids.
Oh my god.
And they even drive around in a van, like a bright pink van, and the decal on the side is a maid with her fucking boobs out.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's got like little stars or something over it, right?
Okay.
Or maybe like a broom over her nips.
A broom?
Yeah, I don't know, a dustpan or something.
A couple dustpans.
Yeah, and so I was like,
salt bottles.
so I was like, man, I wonder if there's any topless maids in Fresno. So I looked it up. Apparently there is.
Oh my gosh.
And so when I was looking this up, there's rules, obviously.
Sure.
And so first of all, you have to have a deposit. Okay, there's a deposit, and you don't get to see your maid, like what she looks like, until you do a deposit.
Really?
And the deposit was like $100.
What the fuck?
And I was like, dude, this is horseshit, because what if I put a deposit on this maid and she's just old Mexican lady?
Yeah. She's not what you're looking
That's
for.
not fair, right?
I agree.
Okay. So then like just looking at the site, it was like, oh, like we have very beautiful women or whatever. And it had a couple pictures of like girls, but like their faces are blurred out, obviously.
Yeah.
But like it's kind of like the Unsolved Mysteries kind of thing, where it's just the bar over the eyes, so you get to like see their body but not their face, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm looking at it and I'm like, I guess they're Russian, or like this one girl was Russian or whatever. So you have the deposit, and then there's the company rules, and then there's like the maid's rules, right?
Sure.
So the company's rules are you have to put the deposit down. You can't fucking like try to engage in kind of sex or whatever. You can't be like, hey, like for another fucking $100, you fucking do the thing or what. So you can't do that, obviously. But then the maid's rules were that
if you want to,
the maid's rules were if you're there getting like while that she's cleaning, you can't take a picture of her. You can't like record her, or anything like that.
Sure.
And then I remember at the very bottom, she had some other shit that just was kind of dumb. Oh, you had to provide your own cleaning supplies.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Okay.
But then at the very bottom, it was like, if you get an erection, we understand, but just try to be like conservative about it. Don't like point it out to the maid or whatever. They're used to this kind of thing. I was like, okay. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
But then the final rule that wasn't theirs, it was the company's rules. Because I thought, wouldn't it be fucking hilarious? I have this bitch come over to my house, clean the house, but like you're there, James is there, RJ's there, just hanging out watching wrestling. Meanwhile, we got a topless fucking girl just going around vacuuming the house or
why not?
cleaning the blinds or whatever, right?
There you go.
Apparently, you're not allowed to have anybody over while the maid's doing her thing. Only you can be in the house.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And I guess it's kind of like strippers, it's like they have a bodyguard, but like the maid doesn't have a bodyguard. So it's like, I can understand why she wouldn't want like 6 dudes just fucking there while she's cleaning. Yeah, just staring at her tits the whole time while she's scrubbing my toilet,
Exactly, 6 guys. Penalizer, Throbosaurus,
screaming with semen,
erectile projectile, and roadchode.
Yeah.
I think we're missing one there.
Oh, the slut stabber.
There you go.
Yeah, so I mean, I get that. But I was like, damn, man, that would have been hilarious if I called you up. Just, hey, man, I got a topless maid coming over to the house in like 30 minutes. If you want to come over and see some tits, come on over.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be on my way. Absolutely. I'd be like, hey, I'm here at the hub. Hey, guys, sorry. I got to go up here and back.
I have an emergency I got to tend to right now.
Oh, my God, someone's in the hospital.
Yeah, so apparently we're not getting topless maids because, well, nobody could be there.
And that's too bad. Oh,
Yeah.
that's too damn bad.
That's too damn bad.
Yeah. So that's just how it is. So I was going to actually talk about something here. Okay. So there's all kinds of old languages. There's all kinds of old signs and all kinds of like different things. Everybody's had a different language. Everybody's had different ways of communication, right? After all these years, there's all kinds of different communications.
Sure. Pretty much every country almost has its own form of communication.
Exactly. So one of the things that I wanted to talk about, though, was hieroglyphics.
Okay.
We've seen hieroglyphics before. To be honest, it's like, okay, hieroglyphics, all right, are obviously Egyptian. And like from what you see here, it was like they're a formal writing system used in ancient Egypt, used for writing the Egyptian language. Hieroglyphics combined logographic, syllabic, and alphabetic elements with some 1,000 distinct characters. So there's quite a bit.
Yeah, there's a lot.
So here's the thing is that people are finding like these hieroglyphics, and sometimes they're not like super descriptive. Like sometimes they are. Like obviously you're going to find ones where it's like a fucking, it's going to be a bird. And obviously you know it's a bird, or it's going to be an eyeball. You know what I mean? Like and it's an eyeball, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But then there's like those weird ones that look more like characters. They look more like the alphabet, like they're trying to say something.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like taking these things and they're like, wow, these are like, they're excavating them. They're like, you know, doing all this stuff. Like this is an artifact like of old ancient Egypt. But here's the question. How do we know that these aren't just like fucking street signs? What if it was just like a crosswalk sign or something like that from back in ancient Egypt? What if this was like
camel
kids,
crossing?
Yeah, exactly. Like kids playing by the pool or something so insignificant. And people are like, wow, we have like this artifact from ancient Egypt. Who fucking cares? It's a crosswalk.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like if some fucking ancient Egyptian came from time, what are you talking about? That just means that we're crossing our camels right there. That's all it meant. Or it meant that, hey, be careful. There's fucking lions over there.
Yeah, exactly. Like
something so simple.
Super simple. Like don't walk here, or like get off my grass.
Yeah.
Or ADT, home security.
Yeah. Pyramid security. Yeah. Or, it could have been something as simple as like there's quicksand over there.
Quicksand.
Yeah.
Snakes.
Anything
at all.
Yeah.
But we're looking at it like, wow, hieroglyphics. It's like one of the most like intelligent, one of the most like intellectual, alphabets out there. Like, and people are like bringing this up, and you're just like, who fucking cares? It's a sign that says stop.
Well, what I always thought was weird is that how come every time they find like a new site, they uncover it, and this is this. They always say it's a temple. Why are they always temples?
I don't know.
What if it was just some fucking rich dude's house?
That's exactly, yeah. Or a poor dude's house. I don't know.
If anything, what if it was just what if it was a library? How do we know it wasn't a library? What if it was a place where they, sold food? It was an outdoor market.
Yeah.
Why is it always a temple? Like
exactly.
these historians think that these dudes were just on their hands and knees fucking praying all day long. When it turns out they were on their hands and knees getting fucked probably half the time. And then they were praying, saying they're, oh gods, oh gods.
Yeah, oh god.
And then, they were just doing regular shit like us half the time too.
Exactly.
Like, how do we know that they weren't just bullshitting, hanging out, playing games?
Playing games.
Obviously it wasn't like, soccer or football or whatever, but
yeah, it was like dice or
early forms of, probably soccer or,
right.
Something like that.
Throwing dirt into dirt holes, whatever they did back
then. Yeah, I
mean,
I'm sure they made their
Kick
own.
the can.
They made their own kind of like, football or something like that, threw it around, baseball or
that'd
almost.
Been awesome. Like,
yeah.
Imagine just getting a dirt ball and just throwing it. Like, you're just like, oh, throw it over here. And you're just catching and throwing back and forth.
I mean, it's probably made out of like fucking elephant shit or something.
The big Joe Dirt fucking shit that came from the airplane from Joe Dirt.
Oh, yeah.
Joe Dirt.
But, yeah, dude, I don't know. Like, I always just wondered, like, how come it's always straight to, we found a new temple? How do you know? What if it was Town Hall?
Town Hall? Town Hall 7, Clash of Clans.
Well, what if it was a fucking ancient Arby's or some shit like that, and they finally went out of business?
It was literally a mom and pop shop of some sort, and they're like, it's
exactly.
An ancient temple. The ancient Egyptians used to come here every single week at 11 o'clock to praise the sun god. No, they didn't. People came in at 5 a.m. so they could have their fucking coffee and morning breakfast. Like, they weren't praying to anybody. No fucking sun, nothing. Like, they just want some goddamn coffee.
The fact that these dudes like don't think that they did anything other than just like pray, look for food, and like I don't know, build fucking huts and shit. Like
exactly,
it just blows my mind. It's like they had to have had some sort of recreational fucking shit, right?
You're telling me that nobody ever got bored and did something different?
They had a lot of time on their hands.
They had a lot of time on their hands.
I'm sure they figured something out.
And they were bored as fuck.
Yeah.
Well, they had to have done something.
Well, you know what the oldest sport in the world is? Wrestling. You mean to tell me that they wouldn't have built a place where these dudes could just wrestle each other and there would be people there watching?
Exactly.
Instead,
that's just a temple.
Yeah.
Temple WrestleMania.
Yeah. Yeah, and then there's like a hieroglyph of these dudes fucking wrestling each other. They're like, yeah, see, this is the ancient prayer stance that they were doing where they would be praying for rain and fucking, their crops to grow bigger than last year.
The crops to grow bigger.
It's like, shut the fuck up, dude.
You stupid bitch.
Yeah.
It makes no sense to me, and I don't understand it. But I'll be honest, like, we've talked about things that we would do that it's like 50 years from now, what are they thinking? 1,000 years from now, what would they think? But we would just be fucking around. Like, if we had to make a sign and put it in a capsule for 1,000 years from now, like, I would be putting dumb shit in there.
Oh, absolutely.
And so you're telling me that people didn't do that back in the ancient Egyptian days. You're telling me that people weren't making signs, and then one of the kids was like, you know what? I'm gonna make one about a big giant penis, and they're not even gonna know. They're gonna think that this is like all about like the sun god or the moon god or whatever the fuck that they were all about back in the day. You're telling me not one Egyptian wanted to fuck around and do that?
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure there were.
Been one.
Yeah.
And then here we are 1,000 years later. This hieroglyphic right here is the shape of a tall belly. The building what this actually beads is during sundown. I don't know, just random shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like how they come up with all this stuff is kind of beyond me.
It makes no sense.
It's like, you mean to tell me that there weren't any fucking jokers back then? Because there's a Nickelodeon time capsule.
Sure.
That got put in the ground, I think, in like 94, 95.
Wasn't there a time capsule at St. Helens?
I think so.
I think there was.
Yeah, I think they did it for their 50th anniversary. So I think it's not for another 50 years or something like that.
Let's go dig it up.
Yeah, I know. Let's go get it.
Fucked up.
But that Nickelodeon one, you mean to tell me that Nickelodeon wouldn't have put something funny in there?
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know when it's supposed to pop up, another 50 years or some shit like that.
Sure.
But you mean to tell me that there's nothing like goofy or something stupid in there?
Yeah, hilarious.
Just
a giant Nickelodeon dildo or something. Like, it's just long and orange. Come on. And it just says Nickelodeon on the side in big letters.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way.
And it comes the slime, that green slime. Oh, that'd be great. That'd be awesome.
There's just no way. There's just no fucking way that people aren't doing stuff like that. But I will say this. What if they forget about it? Like 50 years goes by and they're like, the date goes by and then like the producer comes running in. We forgot the time capsule. Fuck. And they had to rewrite history. Well, we forgot, or it was actually the next day, or the next week. The time date got messed up, and there's like obviously videos of that day, and people are like, "Oh no, you're gonna tell me that you know more than the Nickelodeon producers?" Like,
yeah, and then they call you conspiracy theorist.
Exactly. Goddamn conspiracy theorist.
Stupid.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, before we wrap the show up,
like a willy.
I know you wanted to go over some metrics that we have over here, because I mean we've been just super pumped to be, pumping this show out.
Yeah, pumping.
And apparently, there's people listening to this place all around the world.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was looking at the analytics earlier, and I'm looking at the analytics, and this is like the analytics through all of our shows that we've actually have created over the years. And the cool thing is that, or here's the thing. So the very top like analytics of people that are listening are here in the United States at 92%. Right, and that makes sense. Like we're literally over here in California, and I mean we're like the furthest away from like anything else that isn't U.S. For the most part, especially since we're in the middle, so on the left side. But some of the other places that we also have that have listened to this, so coming in at the second and third slot is the United Kingdom and Germany.
Wow.
So I actually know.
You think the Queen listened to it?
Probably did on the way out. Anyways,
that's what killed her. She heard us talking about cum. She's like,
way too much cum. dropped. So yeah, the UK, and I feel bad now. We're talking shit about the UK now.
No, I know, right?
Sorry about that, y'all. We still love y'all. Please listen.
Yeah, you're all right.
So UK, Germany. Do you know anybody that lives in Germany? I know a couple people that live in the UK.
Yeah, I do. My mom had a pen pal,
Really?
like years and years and years and years ago.
Oh God.
Her name was Anya, and
Anya, huh?
I remember when I was like, 6 years old, maybe. They came all the way from Germany to California.
What?
Yeah, and her husband, and they had 2 kids, a boy and a girl, and they came all the way from Germany. And they had like some motorhome kind of fucking thing, and they stayed with us for like a week, maybe.
Wow.
Maybe less, I don't know. And then they went off and fucking explored California.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so those are the only people that I know in Germany.
Well, Anya, if you're over there listening to the Good Times podcast, we appreciate you. And if it's not you, go to hell. So then after that, it kind of goes down to like just the 1%ers. We have Taiwan, Brazil, Philippines, Russia, Mother Russia, India, Canada, Japan, Canada, Japan, Australia, Italy, Hong Kong, Singapore, and of course Mexico. We need to get more Mexico listeners.
Absolutely.
We are Mexican. I mean, come on. Austria, South Korea.
Hell yeah.
So shout out to your wife for listening out in South Korea. So that corroborates our story there.
Absolutely does.
Hungary, Ethiopia, Sweden, Ireland, Chile.
They have podcasts in Ethiopia?
I guess so.
Holy shit.
Chile, Barbados, Denmark.
Rihanna's listening.
Who?
Rihanna. She's from Barbados.
I had no idea.
Barbados Slim.
Denmark, South Africa, Cesaro's listening in Switzerland.
Hey.
Vietnam. Good morning.
Which one?
Which one?
Which Vietnam? There's 2 of them.
Is there?
Yeah, there's a north and a south.
That just says Vietnam.
Or is it the east and the west?
I could click on it, but give me a second.
Nigeria,
Republic of Lithuania.
What?
Lithuania. Sorry. I couldn't say it because you like messed me up. And the Czech Republic. So that's another one. So the cool thing is that I can click on all these and it'll like show like a city that's been listening from.
Nice.
It does take a little bit to go back and forth, so I won't do it for all. But I'll go to
I was say, let me give you a random country that's on there, and then you click it and you tell me what city it's from.
Okay, for sure.
So we'll start with an easy one. Germany.
Okay, Germany. Let's see here. Let me click it. So 95% of the listeners, there's 2 of them. 95% of the listeners listen from a place called Hesse or Essie or something. Hesse.
Never heard of it.
And then the other one here is Thuringia.
That's got to be a made-up city.
Thuringia.
Thuringia?
Thuringia, something like that?
That sounds like a fucking He-Man character. Fucking Beastman, Merman, and Thuringia.
Give me another one.
Let's do let's do Ethiopia.
Ethiopia? Okay. Is there anything else in Ethiopia besides Ethiopia?
Dirt. Apparently the Ark of the Covenant.
So it's showing not enough data.
Oh, okay. Damn. We'll do Switzerland.
Here, let me do this. Maybe if I go all time, it'll show something. No, nothing. Okay. Switzerland? We'll go Switzerland from the Swiss man.
Gotta see how many Swiss Army knives are listening.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty of them, I'm sure.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to the Swiss Army mans out there. Same thing, not enough data. So I don't know. Maybe it cuts off after a while or something. Or...
well, there goes this bit.
I know. Well, I'll just go ahead and do it from United Kingdom. Okay. So we have one. We have from England, and then we have one from Wales.
Oh, is it the whale from Wales?
From Wales.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
nice.
pretty cool.
All right. Well, we're doing pretty good then.
I know, right?
Hooray for us.
Listeners. So I just want to thank all the people from out over there. Like, that's fucking awesome. Like, shit.
Yeah. Shoot.
If you know, all I got to say is this. If you're from somewhere else, like that's not here in the U.S., share it with a friend.
Yeah.
Just be like, hey, I found this podcast. It's fucking stupid. Let's listen to it.
Yeah. And let us know where you're from, too.
Exactly.
That'd be great.
That'd be super cool.
Yeah. Well, I think we can wrap it up here. So, Chris, go ahead and tell them where they can find you on the social stuff.
Absolutely. So first and foremost, I want to thank the Most High for allowing me to do this. Second most, if you want to go ahead and find me, you can go ahead and just hit me on the social stuff at Instagram, _Erbolutioner, HERBAL Utioner. And you can just add me on Facebook if you want, Chris Clips Hernandez. I might not add you. It depends on if you tell me where you're coming from. That's going to be where it comes from for sure.
Okay.
But again, just thank you everybody for listening to this because we do appreciate it. We love doing stuff like this. We love creating all the bits and doing all this stuff. I do a lot of behind the scenes editing and stuff, and honestly, y'all make it super worth it just to know that there's people in Brazil, the Philippines, Russia, I mean Ethiopia. Like literally, that's super fucking cool that people even over there are listening in. So I just want to take the time to say thank you, and we appreciate it. So what about you, Jack? Where can they find you?
Well, go to Instagram and look up BSALSANCHEZ. When you find my profile, I got a link tree now.
Yeah.
So you click that motherfucking thing, and all my shit will pop up. So just go there. That's the only place you need to go now. And then
I forgot about that. I have one too.
Yeah. And also, don't forget to follow the Good Times Podcast on Instagram at It's the Good Times Podcast.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Damn
Don't forget the podcast. Yeah, that's the big thing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So thanks for everybody for listening, and tune in for another episode next week of Good Times.
Tonight.